Congratulations. Fantastic.
Thank you.
I was watching that up at the BRDC thing. Amazing at the end of the straight, every lap.
I know.
Different bit of road every lap.
Yeah.
But it's aggressive racing, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely everyone spreads out, especially with the moves you can make. It's,
yeah.
It's free for
I
all.
thought at some point you might think, oh, I'll just settle for third here, but none of that.
Yeah.
But it looked like you were going to win it.
Yeah,
on the last lap.
I couldn't see with the mirror, it was filtered in, so.
I hadn't learned this track in the wet before that in the first place, so I kind of had to learn it in 10 minutes and put down a good lap, which the lap wasn't bad. Where I really made the mistake was in the heat race in the damp track, where I underestimated the first turn and tried to take too much out of it and hit the guy in front of me and damage the car, and that's what put me in the situation today. So it was just my own mistake.
Friends there to help you now. Consolation, Ben and Jerry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 9083. Dino's powder blue Mustang. It goes on. It's an amazing collection of cars. More than a collection, these are for sale. I can feel my wallet getting unbelievably light as I speak. So that was really good, Matt. Finally got a good race on your belt. Excellent.
Yeah,
Enjoy that?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We started 21st, finished 8th. Had a great time doing it.
In how many laps?
I think it was 8 laps. Yeah.
Passed a lot of cars. So a good start, obviously.
Yeah, we had a good start, and then from there it's just mostly being patient, because obviously with these kind of races, overtake people. Everyone's trying to overtake as well, so cars are everywhere, and you just don't want to get hooked up with someone like we did in the heat and end up back where we started. Yeah.
Oh, blue one, is it? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it. What? Oh, I've seen it.
What an event, what an honour to come here.
There's not much top 10 now, how many people could win it.
Oh, yeah.
Big names.
One of the big Formula 5000 festival they had there last year.
Well, now it's almost 0 hour, the final of the Walter Hayes Trophy at Silverstone. Absolutely beautiful November afternoon, a little bit chilly, but look at that sun, absolutely amazing. Into the BRDC clubhouse. Fine, I think it'll be the roof, have to be the roof. Thank you very much. After you, come on. Look at these. These are mainly from the Ray Belm collection, I gather. But look at these. There isn't a lot of time because the cars are coming out onto the grid. But look at this. Look at this.
Showing in the lead.
several cars arrived. There was a collision, one lost a wheel. The thing that worried me was there were 3 posses of marshals, each tending a car. It'd have been better off, I thought, safety car or even read it and gone again. Yeah. But a cracking final, and the Castle Combe posse seemed to do rather well and win it, with Mike Moyers and young Fisher out there. Really great.
And Fisher is the gentleman who started from the back of the grid in order to secure the Castle Combe Championship, isn't he?
Well, he's been a top player for many years, and of course we know and remember his father Brian, who was a great racer at Castle Combe for many moons. Poor Brian's not very well at the moment, but it's great that the Fisher lads continue the family tradition.
I thought Ollie White drove well though.
Yeah, very good, awesomely good, and again it just shows that in the 50th anniversary year of Formula Ford, still makes the finest racing. The historic racing was great, the modern racing was great. It's good, clean, fast and multi-marked.
His trophy is, after years of trying, Michael Moyers.
Yeah, there's cars all over the place at Brooklands, so the yellows were out for lap after lap after lap. But to be honest with you, Ollie and Josh were having such a close battle, and I could just see some contact coming. So there was a gap behind, and I just thought, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to watch and see what happens, and the inevitable happened. They touched. I almost got collected into it as well, but I just missed it. And when it was just between me and Josh, I thought, right, now we've got a chance. Just between 2 of us, it's a fairer fight. So I'm just, overwhelmed.
So every time I was sort of putting it into 3rd or something, it was changing itself into 4th or popping out. So then on one of the occasions, I went to put it back into 3rd and it went into 1st. Oh. So I over-revved the engine, and then from then on, the engine just had no power. And yeah, so struggled at that point, and then after that, we were down on power everywhere, just struggling down the straights. And then, unfortunately, I was up behind Luke Cooper, Luffield, and then he swerved to avoid Ollie White's wheel rolling across the road, and then I couldn't miss it and hit the wheel and got airborne, and that took me out of the race.
Saw that. It looked pretty. I mean, absolutely no time to react at all, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Luke moved and I just couldn't see it, and yeah, the front corner's gone on it, and probably the underneath of the car's a bit damaged as well.
So you've been doing British Formula 3 all year, and then you jump into this. A lot of fun or not?
Oh yeah. I've had a big smile on my face all weekend, and even now after a bit of a rubbish final, I'm still smiling. So yeah, a lot of fun, very different to what I'm used to, but yeah, loved it.
Main thing is the cars slide a lot, I guess.
Yeah, I think you could say that, slide a lot, wheel-to-wheel action, obviously no downforce, so you haven't got that sort of effect where you're sat right behind someone and you can't stay close. You can be right up behind them all the way around the lap, and yeah, I was gutted I couldn't sort of play around with that in the final then, but yeah, it was very fun.
P6 in the final. After where you were at Brands, you had to be happy with that.
Yeah, I couldn't complain. Really happy with the car, happy with the team. Everyone was so close that time with the racing, so it was just up to anybody. I'm sure at the top 15 anyone could have won that race.
I should explain that Jonathan's in what is effectively Parc Ferme. It looks a bit like Culverts, but it's not. I guess eventually they'll release you once you've come out for good behaviour.
So with rules, as soon as the car behind pops, you can't move. So essentially you can't react. So that's one move, or you only can make one move too. So if you go to defend, you have to defend. So here it's basically 5, 6, 7 moves down the back straight. So it's definitely much more difficult, much more interesting. But with this track being so wide and with a lot of grip everywhere, you can more or less make a pass on the outside, inside. But it's definitely much more challenging. A couple guys, you can see almost everyone's noses are like ripped off or something from just bump drafting or hitting people too. So
it was an amazing sight on the first lap as you came down that back straight.
Yeah.
Looking kind of into the sun on your left. I don't know what the visibility was like, but all the sunburst off everybody's tinted visor, and as you went into that corner, just an amazing sight because you all fanned out under braking. What was it like in the middle of it?
It was actually pretty impressive. It was just almost like slow motion. You kind of just feel where you want to be, place your car, and then kind of just work your way through it. It was a great feeling, especially to make it through, because I know to make it through to the final is an achievement in itself. So to run top 10 is good.
Now you brake with the left foot in American Formula Ford.
Yes.
And you're braking with the left foot here.
Yes.
Even though you have a foot clutch and you've got a heel and toe in effect with the H pattern 4-speed gearbox. Tell us how that works.
Oh, more or less you just slight lift on upshift and then downshift. You give a little blip, but you're still left foot braking, just really getting into it hard, using the engine to slow you down, and really just getting into the corner.
I guess what I'm getting at is if there's a clutch there, how have you got the room to move that left foot to the brake? like that? I mean, the reason we brake with the right foot is because there's not a lot of room.
Oh yeah, my feet are my feet are pretty much side by side. There's not a hair to spare, but I get it.
Did you get unraveled at all with that at any stage of the weekend with left foot braking like that?
Not really. No, that's how I have to actually drive it back home in the States with the Mygel chassis. Same thing. So just felt like right at home.
So what would you do if you were in an Austin Healey Sprite 1964 and the clutch was way on the left and the brake pedal and the accelerator were way on the right? What would you do? Would you still left foot brake?
I'd have to say so. I'd still make it work. Yeah, I'd still get it in there.
When are you flying home?
Heading back Tuesday morning from Gatwick back home to Florida. So looking forward to some more, and then we got to head out to Arizona for the Mazda $200,000 scholarship.
Good luck with that.
Yep. That'll be in December 9th and 10th.
Final thoughts on this trip?
I think it overall pretty productive. You know, Brand's unfortunately little mechanical stuff, but rebounded back pretty good and just having a great time.
You had amazing days racing. So many connections here with other parts of motor racing as well. And I guess the only way to end it all is with fireworks. It is.